Need a tow? Call Billy at Hometown Towing, 850-265-1562.
Progressive knows finding your new home was a dream come true. You wanted it close to town, with a picture window overlooking a yard. And you found it. Now when you sit down to dinner, you've got front row seats too. Your neighbor's daily pickleball game. Progressive can't save you from your noisy neighbors, but we can save you money when you bundle your home and auto with us. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states.
Before I was adopted, I felt alone.
After spending years in foster care, Lexi worried that she and her brother were too old to be adopted. Thankfully, the siblings were adopted, with help from the Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption.
I love teenagers. To see how brave Lexi was and how she opened herself up to being in a family, all of a sudden, she's holding my hand and calling me Mom. It was really special.
Every child, no matter their age, deserves to grow up in a safe, permanent home.
Children at every age experience challenges. Teenagers are more complex than young children, but in the best ways.
You're never too old for family. Learn how you can help children still waiting to be adopted from foster care at davethomasfoundation.org.
WGSX Lynn Haven, WVLQ Port St. Joe. Powered by Panama City Toyota, ESPN Northwest Florida. It's the next evolution of Sports Talk Radio. The biggest stories and the biggest reactions.
Now.
And now, we're taking...
With the first pick.
This is the last ball you got to bat.
The Inside Drive. From college to the pros. Interviews with the newsmakers, sports betting, your phone calls, and more. And now, The Inside Drive with Ryan Mulvey. Broadcasting from the Bill Kramer Chevrolet Buick GMC and Kramer Marine Outdoor Studios on ESPN Northwest Florida.
And we are back Monday morning. You're listening to the Inside Drive live here on ESPN Northwest Florida. 104.3 in Panama City and Panama City Beach. 101.9 in Port St. Joe along that beautiful Forgotten Coast. You can watch, like, listen, comment, subscribe, share, follow, all those things at his Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Just search it up, ESPN Northwest Florida. You can watch and listen live on those streaming services every day. Coach James Hale Show from 7 to 9. Inside Drive right here from 11 to 1. And, of course, the Afternoon Underdogs from 4 to 6 p.m. You can also download our free mobile app. Where, Jay?
The Google Play or Apple Store.
Absolutely. The Google Play or Apple Store. All you got to do is search up 104.3. If you already have it on your phone, we appreciate you very much. It doesn't take but about 30 seconds to get that thing downloaded. And you can have it open and streaming live very, very quickly. And, of course, if you want to go the old school way to stream, you can go to ESPNPC.com. There's a Listen Live button right there as well. But you can also scroll down just a little bit, and you'll find Lucid Streams TV. You're tired of YouTube TV jacking up your rates or whatever service you're using, you can sign up for Lucid Streams TV. It's just $41.99 a month right here through ESPN Northwest Florida. Again, that is on ESPNPC.com. Jay, we got a great show lined up today. Got Liam back in the booth there, DJ Davey Crockett. We got the whole kit and caboodle here today. We got Coach Cliff Ellis will be joining us in studio at 11:20. Excited to talk to Coach. Been a little while since he's been on the show. He's got a new book release, and he's going to be doing a book signing over there at the Barnes & Noble at Pier Park North. So excited to talk to him about that, talk to what he's been doing in retirement. And, obviously we know with previous interviews he's not a big fan of the current state of college athletics. But looking forward to talking to him as well, and also looking forward to talking to comedian Aaron Belisle coming up at 12:20. He is a non-verbal comedian who's done very well. He's currently on tour. He's playing this Thursday over at the Captain Anderson's Event Center as part of the Panama City Comedy Action. So he'll be on the phone. It's pretty crazy. He uses his phone to deliver his sets as a comedian. So obviously when he's on the line with us, I've provided the questions I will be asking, because He won't. How fast could you type something quickly on your phone to be dictated?
Not very fast.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So, and it's I'm excited to talk to him and kind of hear a little bit more about his story, kind of using comedy and positive message to spread the word out there. So again, that'll be Aaron Belisle at 12:20, and of course we're going to talk a little bit football, a little Heisman Trophy winner. We've got to go over our pick'em here pretty soon, and at 12 o'clock we're going to do an Are You Smarter Than a Fourth Grader?
Oh man, we're doing that today.
Right off the jump, man.
Oh boy,
right off the jump.
We already know who's winning.
Have you been naughty or nice this year, Liam?
Both.
That's actually the answer I was going to say. So look at you being honest. Good stuff. Good stuff. But Jay, did you have a good weekend?
I did.
You played some golf, huh?
I did, and I need some putting tips, Ryan. Oh boy, I even got to a point where I was putting one-handed.
What were you doing?
It was awful. It was awful. It started out on number 1 where I hit it to let's say 18 inches,
and you missed it.
Didn't even hit the hole.
What are you doing?
I don't know. I need some help. I don't.
Golfwithjay.com.
Yeah, there you go.
Go get yourself a lesson. You can get gift cards too while you're there. You can buy presents and buy yourself a lesson. Buy a gift card for yourself to give yourself a lesson.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Anyways, it was good to get out and play some golf.
Yeah, it was pretty this weekend. A little breezy, but nice. Next several days looking real nice. The forecast. They're saying it may get a little cold on Christmas, but we'll see. That's still pretty far off. How many days, online shopping, the window's getting pretty tight for getting those gifts in. So you might have to do the old-fashioned way if you haven't got a lot of gifts yet, and you still need to get some gifts. You might actually have to go to a store to get a gift.
Has it gotten Amazon? Can you get stuff same day here in Panama City?
No.
Not yet?
No, but I think some of the businesses do same-day delivery. The big W1, I believe, does that.
Gotcha. Walgreens.
Yes. That's exactly correct. Yeah. I wore light blue shorts today, Jay. I was channeling my inner Jay Henley this morning.
And you have the Coastal Carolina Chanticleer.
I had to represent for Coach Ellis when he comes in. That was his final stop as a college basketball coach, was at Coastal Carolina University.
Yes, sir.
Before the whole world of college athletics changed. Heisman Trophy results, Jay. Do you know who won?
I do.
You do?
I do.
All right. Tell everybody who won the Heisman Trophy this year.
Well, I couldn't tell if it was Jamie Foxx accepting the trophy or if it was Travis Hunter, to be honest with you.
I believe it was the latter of the two.
Okay.
I believe it was the latter of the two.
I mean, he is he is Jamie Foxx to a T.
Jamie Foxx just had a new Netflix special release. It's more of like Power of Positivity than it is a comedy special.
Yeah.
But, because obviously he dealt with some serious stuff there.
Yeah.
I believe he had a stroke. But I can certainly see the resemblance, that's for sure. But so who won?
Travis Hunter.
Travis Hunter overwhelmingly with 552 first place votes. Number 2 was Ashton Jeanty with 309 votes. Dylan Gabriel got 24. Cam Ward got 6. And then America's new favorite running back, Cam Scattaboo, got 3 first-place votes in that one. But there has been good to see you back. There has been quite a lot of conversation that a lot of people think that Ashton Jeanty should have won it based on his performance so far this year. And I think, Hunter, was he the best player on defense and was he the best player on offense? Probably not. However, when you combine those two things and the difficulty it is to play as much as he did on both sides of the ball, I think that kind of launched him into the victory of winning the Heisman Trophy, that one of the most coveted groups you can be in athletics.
Yeah, and watching his speech, it was truly from the heart.
Yeah,
it was. And then his mom, I think that speech his mom gave was from the heart too. It was real altogether.
Yeah,
so
absolutely. Great. But congratulations to the gadget guy, the first two-way player to win the Heisman since Charles Woodson back in 1997. Jay, real quick before we get into our pick'em results, some way too early Heisman candidates for 2025. So I did see somebody bet like $4,000 on Travis Hunter to win the Heisman before the season started. Obviously, by the time it got to the ceremony, the odds were awful, but and won like $400,000 or something like that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because obviously the beginning of the season, your odds are a lot different because they haven't even started playing yet. But again, some way too early Heisman contenders for 2025. We'll start with DJ Lagway. Where's he play, Jay Henley?
University of Florida.
The University of Florida. Haven't had a Heisman Trophy winner, I believe, since Tim Tebow back in 2007, 8 or 9. I don't remember which year it is. Lenoris Sellers from South Carolina. That's one of the guys I'd probably put a couple early bucks on to win the Futures. He's just a stud runner and thrower, and really was him and Rocket Sanders were kind of a two-man wrecking crew when it came to South Carolina's 6-game winning streak and just finishing the season on a very high note. Jeremiah Love from Notre Dame. I don't think this name should be on there, and no offense to him, but it doesn't make sense. Garrett Nussmeier from LSU.
Okay.
But somebody said, putting my life savings on Russ not winning it. Jeremiah Smith, wide receiver from Ohio State, arguably the best wide receiver in the country. And Arizona State quarterback Cam Levitt will be coming back. And Drew Allar from Penn State, he'll be coming back as well. And then number 2 from the University of Alabama. Do you know who that is? Wide receiver.
Don't have a clue.
I don't think he's turned 18 yet.
Phone me. Phone.
Phone a friend.
Phone a friend. Liam, go ahead.
Ryan Williams.
Ryan Williams, that is correct. As well as Jordan James. Nothing like giving yourself the own correct sounder. Jordan James from Oregon, he's also on this list. And then, of course, Arch Manning, who is likely to be the starter at Texas next year because Texas pretty much told Quinn Ewers, hey, man, probably find somewhere else to play because we are going to Arch next season. Who else?
That's who I would pick. I would pick Arch next year.
He's got, I mean, obviously the brand is huge, but and then Nico Yamaleva is also on that list as well. Nate Frazier from Georgia. I think he's a running back, right, Jay? Being the Georgia Bulldog guy you are. And then Cade Klubnik from Clemson, who played his team into the playoffs. So has a lot of names on there. I think Arch Manning is fair to have on the early. I don't have what the odds are, but I would imagine Arch Manning certainly near the top on that. But DJ Lagway as well with a legitimate shot, and obviously he's brought a lot of big-time recruits into the University of Florida as well. So Travis Hunter, your Heisman Trophy winner, in addition to several other college football awards. Guy had an unbelievable season, but he also set the college football record with 7 individual awards in one season. Pretty impressive stuff there. Anxious to see how early he'll go and what team he'll certainly go to. Imagine if him and Shedeur went to the same place. I don't think that would ever. So there'd have to be some crazy trades and stuff like that for that to happen. But yeah. All right, let's get to our pick'em. I hopefully can remember all these winners and losers off the top of my head because I haven't filled it out yet. Jay, you started off 1-0. David and I started off 0-2. Very surprised the midshipmen shut down those Army Black Knights, and the run game for Army was pretty much non-existent, which has been their bread and butter all year. And then the quarterback for Navy just absolutely balled out. But Jay,
however, there's an however coming.
However, the midshipmen got the victory. I think it was 38-13, something like that. Pretty handedly in America's game. And then next we had Jackson State and SC State. You started 2-0. David got to 1-1 after that. Jackson State, I think, won that game 28-7. Just kind of dominated that one. I did pick SC State. I thought the Bulldogs would give a little better showing in that one. And then the third game we picked in college was South Alabama and Western Michigan. I am not sure who won that one. Is that South Alabama? Or David's got it here in a second.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think Coach Ellis is at the door. We will come and get you. There he is.
I could have done that.
You could have.
Yeah.
You could have.
Oh, well.
It's all right. Yeah, no, you could have done something. Have you looked up the score of the game yet?
No, no. Were we talking about sports?
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. All right. Let's yeah, Jay, why don't you? Yeah. All right, I'll look up the score real quick. I want to say South Alabama won. Ooh, Liam. Yikes. All right, college football. There's too much going on at one time here. Division 1A.
It was South Alabama.
All right.
30 to 23.
30 to 23, a little closer than I expected. I think all three of us picked out South Alabama in that one, so that's not really going to change a whole lot of things. But Jay Henley did start 3-0. Jay, you started 3-0. You were 3 for 3 in the college picks.
Amazing.
Amazing indeed. Amazing indeed. The Sounder King, that's what I'm going to call him.
And where are y'all sitting at this point?
He's 2-1. I am 1-2. So it doesn't bode well for me, but bodes well for you. Next, we had the Colts and the Broncos. All three of us took the Broncos, and despite Bo Nix throwing 3 interceptions, that defense still found a way to win, and we'll talk a little bit later about that game because Jonathan Taylor made a massive mistake. And you see it in college, you see it in high school, but you just don't see that in the pros very often. He basically flipped the ball before he went across the goal line, and from that point on, they did not score another point. So a little turning point there for the Colts in that game when they were up 19-7. Indianapolis again 19-7. Jonathan Taylor drops the ball right before the goal line. Final score of the game ends up being 31-13. 19 would have been if he had scored. So obviously the touchdown came off, and then the Denver Broncos won another game to get to 9-5, and that makes you 4-0. Impressive stuff out of you, Jay Henley. Wow. All right, next we had the Jets and the Dolphins. You know who won that one? Or excuse me, the Jets and the Jags.
The Jets did squeak that one out by 7 points.
Yep, 7-play, 70-yard touchdown to finish that game off, and the Jets come back. That makes you 5-0 on this week. Where'd my mouse go? All right. You keep it going, too, because the next game we were picking was the Eagles and the Steelers.
Okay.
And the Eagles just kind of got out in that one and didn't look back, and they silenced all the Jalen Hurts passing doubters. He had a touchdown pass to A.J. Brown, and they certainly didn't look like they had any issues in that game coming up. So the Eagles won that one. I did pick the Steelers. So you've gone 6-0. 5-1 and 3-3 thus far.
I'm in the zone, Ryan.
You were. Until this next pick.
Okay.
Which you went away from your last year's favorite football team, and you picked the Detroit Lions, as did I. And David Hayes got it right, as Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills outlasted the Detroit Lions in a shootout, which a lot of people kind of saw coming. I think Detroit, they're going to need to get some people back healthy a little bit before the playoff run, because it's certainly given up a lot of points as of late, no doubt. Next, we went Bucks and Chargers. You picked the Bucks in that one, and the Bucks continue to play good football, making one of the Monday Night Football games a must-win really tonight for the Atlanta Falcons to keep pace with those Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They did beat the Chargers in that one, and then the Dolphins and the Texans. All three of us took the Dolphins in that one, and the Texans clinched the AFC South yesterday with that win over the Miami Dolphins. And unfortunately, that Bucks pick is the last pick you got right, as the Seahawks-Packers on Sunday Night Football, they got out ahead and didn't look back. Green Bay Packers kind of dominated the Seahawks at home. So I got 3. That is not good. That makes my total now 98. David Hayes got 6. He is now at 117. And you also got 7. So that puts you at 79, Jay. It's a good week for you. Hopefully you can continue that on and keep stuff going. But NFL playoff picture really now starting to take shape. You know who we're going to see on the green grass this weekend coming up?
Who?
Tiger Woods.
No.
Him and Charlie are officially playing in the PNC Father-Son.
How about that?
Absolutely. He did not play in the Target Hero World Challenge, just citing the fact that he hadn't been playing a whole lot, so he wasn't ready for competition, especially against the best in the world. But yeah, coming up this weekend, the father-son, Tiger Woods, will be getting going on that one in the PNC Championship. Always a fan favorite to see these guys. Some legends, some current players, but playing with their child. And always good to see Charlie Woods out there playing as well. The showdown's coming up too here in this week as well. We'll talk a little bit about that later in the week, as that's the big matchup between Rory McIlroy, Scotty Scheffler are playing Brooks Koepka and Bryson DeChambeau, who have kind of been very public about their relationship now and kind of got past the quarrel and all that stuff. But right off the cuff, who wins?
I think Koepka probably does.
It's teams.
What's that?
It's teams.
Oh, teams.
Yeah, so it's Koepka and DeChambeau versus Scheffler and McIlroy.
Oh, Koepka and DeChambeau.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think so.
Why not? No, I agree with him. I like that.
Yeah. They're just...
Team live.
They hit the ball longer.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
McIlroy, I don't know. Scheffler and McIlroy, no.
No?
No. They don't make a good team, in my opinion. But, yeah, what about you? What do you think?
I agree with you. I think Koepka and DeChambeau. It's like the villains. Yeah. The villains will win in this one. Liam, you think it's going to be Scheffler and McIlroy? We shall see. We shall see. It's coming up this week. We'll talk a little bit about it later on this week. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break. When we get back, I am excited to be joined here in studio by legendary coach Cliff Ellis, who's got a book that just came out, and you can go see him and pick yourself up a copy of that book at Barnes & Noble up there in Pier Park North. We're going to talk to Coach Cliff Ellis when we get back. You're listening to The Inside Drive live here on ESPN Northwest Florida.
This just in. Get the latest sports news, scores, and updates from 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Follow us on Facebook for exclusive content, behind-the-scenes action, live streams, and the chance to interact with your favorite hosts.
Stay connected. Stay connected. Stay connected.
Join the conversation on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. Search for ESPN Northwest Florida and crush the follow button.
I follow you on social media.
We're always here to keep you in the game.
Good morning, this is Joanna on ESPN Northwest Florida with your forecast on this Monday. Clear skies this afternoon and evening with a light breeze at 5 miles per hour out of the southwest, and look for the high to be 73. Tonight there will be clear skies with the temperature reaching 58. Slightly foggy in the morning, followed by mostly sunshine tomorrow with a high of 73. Wednesday will have a high of 72 and slight fog. This weather is brought to you by Ellis Agency Insurance. Thank you for tuning into ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
With over 65 years of combined experience, Instant Replay Sports Cards is happy to help you take your collection to the next level. They carry all the new hobby boxes, signed memorabilia, and supplies. New and vintage cards and Pokemon. They sell and trade cards and are always looking to buy. They're an authorized source for Topps, Panini, Upper Deck, and Leaf cards. Instant Replay Sports Cards is open 7 days a week at 752 West 23rd Street, down from Academy Sports. It can always be reached at InstantReplaySportsCards.com.
Dak Cajun Place is your LSU and Saints football headquarters. Saints and LSU fans, wear your team colors and score a free Jell-O shot when your team scores a touchdown. Only at Dak Cajun Place. Get $5 pitchers on select draft beers during all live football games. Catch all the games at once with the NFL package on 27 large TVs at Dak Cajun Place.
And the best wings on the beach.
The locals' favorite, Dak Cajun Place.
For the most complete NFL coverage.
And let's face it, all the great NFL quarterbacks have had mustaches.
It's the Inside Drive, live from the Bill Kramer Chevrolet Buick GMC and Kramer Marine and Outdoor Studios.
Joe Namath, Jeff Hostetler, Jeff George, Randall Cunningham, Mark Malone, Colt McCoy, Burt Reynolds, the guy from Barney Miller, Mike Farrell from MASH. The list goes on and on.
On ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back. You're listening to The Inside Drive live here on ESPN Northwest Florida. Nice job, Liam, teeing up a little Eye of the Tiger. I'm sure Coach Ellis has heard that just a few times in his career. No doubt about it, when he was doing wonderful things there with the Auburn Tigers. You guys are listening to ESPN Northwest Florida live here in Panama City Beach on 104.3 and, of course, 101.9 down there in Port St. Joe. Coach, great to have you on the show again. Great to have you in studio. I know we've done a couple phone interviews before. for. You've got a new book out. It is called Life is a Dance, Understanding the Steps, and it's currently a bestseller on Amazon in its category. So congratulations on that. Obviously, the first question, how did this book kind of come to be, and is this something you've been wanting to do for a long time?
Well, it came to be by the fact when I retired a year ago, I was cleaning out my desk, and as I cleaned out my desk, I was reading all this stuff that I had written to myself, to players, to teams, and it was a book about life. And my life started back in the Panhandle of Florida. I was a rock and roll singer, so that was about a dance. And then the big dance is the NCAA tournament, which was the goal every year for a college basketball coach. So it was about the journey from going from rock and roll to the big dance, which we were able to do at South Alabama, Auburn, Clemson, and Coastal Carolina. But it's about all the things along the way: attitude, leadership, adversity, breaking points, self-worth, aging. That's the last dance, the last dance. And just things that I'd written all along, and it's really taken off. I know that it's just been amazing to me what has happened with regards to that, because I know that I've had fellow coaches, but people that are not in coach. You don't have to be a coach for this book. It's a book about life. It's about dealing with things that we deal with that athletics teaches us, how to win, how to lose, all the things that happen. So anyway, I was cleaning it all out. My wife said, "You got to do this." And I taught Mike Krzyzewski and Bobby Crimmins, who are noted in the book. They said, "Cliff, you got to put this stuff down. It's just something that has to be read." And I did, and it's taken off, and people have really embraced it.
Well, that's the thing, too, about sports and life, is there's such a direct connection. Everything that happens in sports is probably you're going to feel that along the way in your life, whether it's good, bad, and different. And, being able to handle both is how you're successful in both sports and life. So I'm very excited to read the book. Thank you for the copy. And if anybody wants to pick up a book, obviously they can go to Amazon.com and just search it up. It's Life's a Dance. And then, of course, you're going to be around this weekend signing some copies, and tell everybody about that.
Yeah, I've been signing copies, just different states, different places that have been, and I'll be at Barnes & Noble from 5 to 6 tomorrow, and then Thursday I will be at the Chipley Christmas Festival in my hometown, so I'm looking forward to probably seeing people that I won't recognize that I hadn't seen, and they probably won't recognize me. But anyway, it's Chipley was a special place, and this area, this is where I was raised.
Yep.
And it's all about that journey, and so I'll be signing those. And as you mentioned, you can go to Amazon.com. If people want a signed copy, they can go to CliffEllis.com. And I'll be glad to sign it. You just give me the address. You can do it like that way. If you can't be there, if you can come to Barnes & Noble, I'd love to see you. At the same time, if you can't, go to CliffEllis.com if you want it signed, or you can go to Amazon.com, either way.
There you go. You had mentioned Coach K, Mike Krzyzewski. He wrote the foreword of this book for you.
Yeah.
Is that something that he kind of approached you about doing, or is when...
Well, when we were talking about it, I said, well, somebody's got to write it, and he said, I'll write it, and so
very awesome.
He endorsed it, and Bobby Crimmins, he endorsed it. John Calipari, Dabo Sweeney, I could go on and on. Even Dr. Jimmy Andrews, the orthopedic surgeon. So people that are outside of basketball did it. Tubby Smith. There's several people that have endorsed it, but Mike wrote the foreword in the book.
Very, very, very cool. Jay, you got anything for Coach Ellis before I go through my list?
I don't understand why he's not playing enough golf right now.
Well, you know what? I'm hitting golf balls more than I'm doing anything. But if it gets
You've got a temperature threshold.
I do.
You're a smart man.
Double nickel. Okay.
Yeah.
Double nickel. If it gets below double nickel.
That's a good number.
But if the wind's not blowing, I can handle it.
Yeah.
But you get the wind off. See, I've got a place in Myrtle Beach, and if the Atlantic is coming in, it's tough.
Yep.
Here, the Gulf of Mexico, if that breeze is blowing and it's 50, it feels it's cold.
Yeah,
it is.
But anyway, I'm playing more golf than I have, but I don't play it enough.
Yeah. I don't think anybody.
And my game's going downhill. Jeez, come on.
Hey, golfwithjay.com.
There you go. No, what are some habits, though, of successful people? I mean, if you had to name 3 or 4 habits that successful people do daily, what would you consider that?
Well, I think that, first of all, I think I'd use 3 words, and then some. Whatever you're doing with your work, you do it well, and then some.
Yeah.
The extra effort.
Yeah. Dealing with your family and friends, give them everything that you got, be attentive, and then some. Those 3 words, I think, separate a lot of people.
Yeah.
If you just add those 3 words to what your passion is, and you give it a little bit, like you said, extra effort, I think those are very, very big keys. And I think a positive attitude is important. To anything that you do, because the mind, we've got like 10 billion neuron cells that are stored in our head. Can you believe that? I mean, that's true. And I'm going to use this analogy. We got the conscious, which is what we're born with. That's, when we're in our mother's womb, it's taste, smell, and we got that subconscious stores these, and then you got the creative subconscious. So that subconscious is storing this stuff, but it'll play mind games with you. For example, you play golf, and that creative subconscious it can be good or it can be bad, but you got to figure a way to overhand it. Let's say at one time I was an 8 handicapper. I'm not that anymore, but I get on the 16th hole and I'm 2 or 3 over par. I mean, I'm really playing better in my game, but I get on the 16th hole. That seems to be a magic hole.
Yep. You've already predetermined.
And I said, this is not like you. Well, that's your conscious playing, and you've got to change the picture, or you're going to be hitting it out of bounds.
That's it.
When we won a championship, the only ACC championship we won at Clemson was in 1990, and I had to change the picture of the way our people thought, because our fans, when we played North Carolina or Duke, and they would be number 1, oh my gosh, there's no way we're going to beat those people.
Yeah.
Well, if you take that, it's the same way of being on the 16th hole. I had to change the picture. You have to focus on, okay, this is the way it's going to be, or your mind is going to take it out of you. So I think that's part of leadership, figuring out ways to get to people, the mind, I mean, it's just, it's just the way the mind works. And I talk about these things in a book. For example, I'll tell you how your mind works right now, and those people listen. If I rolled out a carpet that is 5 feet wide and went 50 feet and offered you $100 to walk across it without stepping off of it, if you didn't step off of it, I'd give you $100. Would you take it?
Oh, obviously blindfolded, right?
No. Would you take it? Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's about. Now I'm gonna go to the Empire State Building and put that same thing across to the next building. I'll give you another $100. You gonna take it?
Let me think about it.
You're not taking it. You're not taking. But that's the mind.
Yeah, that's how it works.
I mean, that's how the mind works, and so you got to learn to deal with that. And that's what the book is about. Is okay. I had to study X and O's to get started.
Of course.
But I had to figure out, okay, how can I get to these kids? How can I get to the fans? How can I get to the referees? How can I
change that mindset?
How can I get to the writer that is trying to just go at me a little bit, whether it be Paul Feinbaum or whoever, So anyway, those are the things, and that's what I wrote about, and that's what all this is about.
I like it.
Well, it sounds like, like you said, I mean, this would be great for anybody who plays any kind of sport, and, when the mind tries to get in the way, it sounds like you got a lot of ways to reframe yourself. And, we talk a lot about the mental side of golf here on the show. We've had some coaches there, some guys like Phil Shomo who do a lot of work with professional golfers and collegiate golfers, and that's what it's all about. Everybody knows how to hit a drive. Everybody knows better players, but it's how do you let your brain not get in the way and control what you do?
Well, I'll tell you who helped me in putting. Have we got time to talk about this story?
Yeah.
I got a putting lesson from Gary Player. Okay. I'm in Myrtle Beach coming off Dunes Club, 18th hole.
One of my favorite golf courses I've ever played.
Coming off, playing with some guys, and a guy was on the putting green, and he said, "Coach, come over." And I said, "Okay." I took my hat off. I said, "Okay." I had no clue because people got to go meet this guy.
Yep.
Walk up, and I'm looking at him. He said, "Coach, he said, "Gary, this is our basketball coach." I look up, and it's Gary Player. Now, I'm about, he's my hero.
Yeah.
So he was there, but they didn't tell anybody because he and Nick Faldo were going to play an exhibition, and they were going to televise it next day, but they didn't tell anybody because they didn't want the course full with everybody. So they kept it secret. And so he said, "What part of your game do you struggle most with?" And I said, "Putting." And he said, "Well, come on." He gave me a putting lesson, and what he did was let's just take a ball. Titleist, tailor-made, don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, might be listening. But he takes the number, and he puts it down, he lines his putt up, and he focuses on hitting the number. He says, the bottom line, he says, most people, what he said is, everybody looks up, everybody peeks, everybody peeks. I can still hear him say it.
Yep.
He said, don't peek. He says, Tiger Woods never watched a 5-footer go in the hole. He listened to it go in. So that stayed in my mind to, hit the number on the ball, line it up, figure it out, and try to listen to it go in. Now, naturally, on longer putts,
your momentum.
Your momentum's going to take it up. But that was a great, great lesson. I played golf with Mickey Mantle twice, another hero, and I asked him, I said, "How in the world did you hit it?" He says, "I watched the pitcher's hands, and I looked for the stitches on the ball to see whether it was a curve or whatever." He said, "I picked it up when it came off his hand." Well, that's a gift. But they were zeroed in on what they were doing. They were zeroed in. And I thought Gary Player's lesson, and I've shared it with other people. I mean, even other people, and they said, "Geez, that's a great point." I love it.
Well, and it completely takes your focus away from missing the putt to executing something.
Just hit the number where you want to hit the number and take the rest as it comes. And Billy Casper, again, going back, he always called it the crucial 4-footer. I mean, how many, and that's the nerve putt. If you got 120 feet, you're
supposed to make the 4-footer.
Right. You're supposed to. You got it.
Yep.
You got it. You got it. So, great lessons.
Yeah, no doubt.
I was going to ask Coach, obviously in the 90s, he had the best team. I remember in our last interview with Coach, he said he would get to the first quarter of a game and know that he's going to win the game, with that 90s team.
Well, it was 99 at Auburn, 90 at Clemson. But the 99 team at Auburn won by an average of 18 points a game.
Yeah.
And I was talking to Brian Smith, who played on that team, who's on Bruce Pearl's staff now. I said, could this team beat our team? He said, I'm going to always say no to that. But Auburn's got a pretty doggone good basketball team.
Yes, yeah.
But going back to see, Ryan went to Coastal Carolina. One of my great thrills is when we went to Coastal Carolina and beat Auburn.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, I had a memory of that on my Facebook page not too long ago. I remember that one.
But did your coaching style change when you maybe had that team that was not the best, but they were doing their best?
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Like, did your coaching
That's all you
change?
can do. That's all you can ask for.
Yeah.
Do the absolute best that you possibly can. That's the bottom line. And I always, I said, just focus. If you can go into the locker room, or if you can finish a day's work and say, I gave it everything I got, that's all you can do.
Yeah.
And, it's just the way life is.
That's one of my favorite pregame speeches when we're playing different sports is if you guys come off that field and you know you played as hard as you possibly could, then whatever happens on that scoreboard doesn't really matter.
It is what it is.
But typically, if you give your best effort and play as best as you possibly can, usually that scoreboard's certainly going to be in your favor. Coach, there's a quote on the website, cliffellis.com, which I'm assuming is from the book. It says, very early in my coaching career, I was impressed with the truth that winning is second and wanting comes first.
Yep.
There are no miracles for someone who does not believe in them. I thought that was a very powerful and just great quote talking about what it takes to be successful in life and sports. Kind of elaborate on that a little bit.
Well, you got to want to. I mean, it's not going to just happen.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to want to. You got to have the desire. You got to have the commitment and dedication. You got to be a guy like a guy, Lou Gehrig. 2,130 games 2,131 games he did not miss playing. In other words, he didn't miss a day of work for 12 years. I mean, you talk about commitment until a guy by the name of Cal Ripken came along, and Cal Ripken broke that record. And I remember watching it and crying. I remember watching it with my son and watching him go through that, and I said, what a commitment. I mean, what a commitment. So you got to want to. You got to want. I always said this is in the book. You got to want to, choose to, like to, love to. Want to, choose to, like to, love to. So
absolutely,
those are four things, and that's mentioned in the book, and then some.
And then some. And then some. Love it. Great stuff, Coach. Couple more questions before we got to go to a break. What was your favorite moment of your coaching career, if you can narrow it down?
Well, there were a lot of great moments, but that ACC championship, because it had never happened, it was on ESPN, it was against Duke, and we weren't supposed to win, and we won that game, and the whole world watched Clemson win an ACC championship. They never have, they never had, they still never have. Now, I think they got a shot this year. I think the league's changed, but it was during that time. And look, that was a time when the ACC had Dean Smith at North Carolina, Mike Krzyzewski at Duke, Terry Holland at Virginia, Lefty Driesell at Maryland, and
the fellas at Clemson.
Absolutely.
Well, I mean, those were Bobby Crimmins at Georgia. Those were the days, and we beat those teams before the league expanded, and I can't even keep up with it now. I mean, you're going out to California to play an ACC game.
Yeah.
I think that's the Pacific Coast. But anyway, that's a whole nother subject matter. Don't even get me on that now.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, we'd have to have a whole other show for that one, that's for sure. Who's the greatest basketball player you ever coached?
Woo, that's tough, and I'll be honest with you. It's hard for me to single out one because there were several. Horace Grant, who was the player of the year in the ACC, Eldon Campbell and Dale Davis at Clemson, Chris Porter, definitely at Auburn, Marquise Daniels, but a guy by the name of Charles Fishback, that's Damian Fishbacks, who does ESPN. That's his father. He played for me at Cumberland, and he was as good as the rest of them.
There you go. Good stuff. All right, one more before we let you go. If you were to do it all over again, is there anything you would do differently?
I think that's a great question. I think in the early days I might have just been, I was too nervous, too scared. Maybe I was too hard, too firm. Although you got to have discipline, things of this type. But I really wouldn't change. There's not much I would change. I've been very blessed, and so not really.
Love it. Good stuff. All right, remind all of our listeners out there, if they want to pick up a copy of Life's a Dance, Understanding the Steps, where can they go? And, of course, if they want to get your John Hancock on that book, where can they go as well?
Okay, cliffellis.com if you want to get one signed. You can always go to amazon.com, but I'll be at Barnes & Noble at Pier Park from 5 to 6 Tuesday night, which is tomorrow, and Thursday from 5 to 8 at the Chipley Christmas Festival.
There you go. Coach, we appreciate you you coming in. If you're around most of this winter break, just let us know. We'd love to have you back on and talk a little bit more stuff. Always a pleasure having you join us here on the Inside Drive.
Let's do it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Go get some work in. Jay, what was the putting tip he gave?
Line it up and keep your head still.
Yeah, don't look up.
that?
Don't peek up. Don't peek up. Yeah, there you go. Gary Player.
Yep.
The Black Knight. You guys listen to the Inside Drive. Really appreciate Cliff Ellis coming into studio with us today. We'll be back here in just a couple moments.
The next evolution in sports talk radio. We're back! We're back! On 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. The Afternoon Underdog. The only live afternoon show in Panama City where you can win fantastic prizes from amazing local businesses every day.
That's right.
4 to 6 weekdays. The Afternoon Underdogs.
It's mayhem.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
If you spend any time at all in your yard, you're going to encounter fire ants.
We know they can ruin a party. That's why we're this area's experts at fire ant elimination.
As your certified top choice professional, we will rid your yard of these unwanted invaders. Brock Pest is so sure they will get rid of fire ants that they offer a 1-year guarantee.
Enjoy your yard fire ant free. We guarantee it. Give us a call for your free consultation.
Brock Lawn and Pest Control, our family protecting yours since 1968.
It's the season of New Traditions sales event going on now at Bill Bird Kia. Now offering 1.9% APR for up to 60 months of the purchase of a new 2025 Kia Sorento or a new 2025 Kia Sportage. Take your next holiday adventure in a brand new Kia from Bill Bird Kia. You'll get the perfect balance of comfort, safety, and technology. Bill Bird Kia is the home of the 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty. Stop by and see us at 2435 East 15th Street or anytime at BillBirdKia.PanamaCity.com.
Offer from Kia Finance America for the purchase of a new 2025 Kia Sorento or new 2025 Kia Sportage with $1,748 per month per $1,000 financed in 60 months. Quality is limited, not to be combined with other finance offers and not available on balloon financing. The 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty is a Bill Bird Kia warranty. See dealer for complete details. Offer for well-qualified buyers. Must take delivery from dealer stock through 1/2/25.
Back to the Inside Drive with Ryan Mulvey from the Bill Kramer Chevrolet Buick GMC and Kramer Marine Outdoor Studios.
It's alive! Look alive! We're alive!
On ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back. That was one of my favorite interviews we've done. Obviously, we've had Coach Ellis on the phone line before, but to have him here in studio and just the legendary career that he has certainly had, really, really cool to have him right here in studio with us. Just real quick, he's getting Jay a copy of his book right now, but some of the quotes about the book, John Calipari, who everybody, I believe, knows that name, spent a lot of time at Kentucky and is now the head basketball coach at Arkansas. The quote, he said, Cliff Ellis is one of the best coaches the game has seen, and he did it with programs that needed to be built. How he did it was amazing. I have known Cliff my entire career. What a journey. This is a must read. Kelvin Sampson, who's the current head basketball coach at the University of Houston, said Cliff Ellis is the epitome of a coach. His record speaks for itself, but his passion and love for the game have defined his career. His ability to bring the human element, whether by song or helping others, separated him from the pack. It's a must read. And obviously Coach K did the foreword for this book, and the quote on the front of the book says, one-of-a-kind life story that will inspire you. That's from Coach Mike Krzyzewski. He's a 5-time national champion there at Duke and a 6-time gold medalist and the head coach of the men's national basketball team. Again, he'll be out there at Pier Park North at Barnes & Noble tomorrow night from 5 to 6 p.m. And then he'll be at the Chipley Christmas Festival. I believe he said that was on Thursday. Both, obviously, opportunity to buy the book, but get your book autographed as well and signed by Coach Cliff Ellis right here from Northwest Florida, Chipley Tiger, no doubt. Liam, what do you think? What'd you think about having Coach Ellis in studio? Pretty cool, right? Legend right here in the house.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're like Jay, but better at sports. No offense, Jay. No offense, none taken. All right, let's talk about the NFL slate from this past weekend. Obviously, the playoff picture is taking shape. Some interesting things that transpired out of there. Got a little nervous.
That's okay.
Yeah, you're fine. They'll be out there probably the entire segment if I had to guess.
That was a wonderful interview, as always, man. It's always great when you have guys who have been there, done that, and a couple of the quotes, man. Those things will never leave my mind.
Yep.
What is it? Want it, choose it, like it, love it, and then some, man.
And then
that
some.
is,
And then some.
That's a heck of a quote right there.
No doubt. No doubt. All right, we'll talk about the 2 Monday Night Football games in our final segment today. Chiefs, despite Patrick Mahomes going out in the fourth quarter, they won that one 21-7. They improved to 13-1 on the season. The Browns behind Jameis Winston dropped to 3-11. The Cincinnati Bengals, they covered the 5.5. They would have covered the 9.5 if you wanted it as well. I dove hard into that one, and luckily Joe Burrow and the Bengals got their 6th win of the season. A little more higher scoring game than I think a lot of people thought it was going to be. The Bengals won that one 37-27. Jay, how'd you do on your pick'em this week?
I think I'm still 5 ahead of Barrett.
Yeah.
I think so.
Barrett Townsend, yep.
Yeah, Barrett Townsend.
Absolutely. The Commanders, they won on the Saints scored late in the game to tie it up as time, or not to tie it up, to give themselves a chance to tie it up, but they decided to go for 2, and I like the call. Your season's pretty much already over. You're now, at the time, 5-7. They're now 5-8. They score as time expires, and they decide to go for 2. They did not get it, so the Commanders ended up winning that one 20-19. The Commanders would have been eliminated, or the Eagles would have clinched the NFC East had the Saints won that game, but the Commanders now improved to 9-5 after the Saints tried to go for 2 unsuccessfully. The Ravens covered that 16. It ended up being 16.5. Point spread behind a 5-touchdown passing performance there from Lamar Jackson. He had 290 yards and 5 touchdown passes in the 35-14 rout of the New York Football Giants. Lamar also added six carries and 65 yards on the ground. So not a bad performance there. Over 350 all-purpose yards from scrimmage and 5 touchdown passes as well. Rashad Bateman, if you had him on your fantasy team, probably brought you some good luck. There were some big-time numbers yesterday when it came to stats in fantasy football. Let's see. Next, you had the Cowboys and the Panthers. No surprise there. Rico Dowdle, he rushed for 149 yards on 25 carries, and Dallas Cowboys won that one 30-14 to improve to 6-8 on the season. Those New York Football Jets, we already talked about it. We had them in the pick'em. They had a 7-play, 70-yard drive to finish out that game. They left some time on the clock for the Jags to come back, but Mac Jones threw another interception late in that game to seal the deal for the New York Jets. But if you listen to Keith's picks, Aaron Rodgers had a solid game and a decent fantasy performance as well. He had 289 yards and 3 touchdowns, and he had a nice quarterback rating, over 120 on the day. Dolphins and the Texans. Texans won that one 20-12. That clinches the AFC South for them. The Colts and the Broncos, as I mentioned, Bo Nix threw 3 interceptions, but it didn't matter because after Jonathan Taylor flipped the ball out and did not score a touchdown, the Colts did not score another point in that one, and the Colts ended up losing. They still had an outside shot of the playoffs too, 31-13. Bo Nix did just enough. Again, only 130 yards, but 3 touchdown passes to add with those 3 interceptions. We have a caller. No? Okay. I thought I saw the phone pick up, or maybe he was just picking up the phone. But yeah, Broncos now 9-5. They can get to 10 wins. That'll likely secure them a playoff spot, as we only have 3 weeks left in the regular season in football. Your Buffalo Bills, Jay, or your former Buffalo Bills,
I don't know. I'm liking them more now.
Are you?
Yeah.
Are you? You're such a bandwagon guy. Behind a huge game from Josh Allen. Jared Goff had a massive game as well, but Josh Allen, 362 in the air, 2 touchdowns, and also added several rushing yards as well. 68 total rushing yards on 11 carries, including 2 touchdowns. Shootout there, 48-42. Yes, sir.
Josh Allen had 44 points.
44 points?
Connor, whatever.
James Conner?
James Conner, yeah. He had 33, and
Jared Goff should have had a lot too, right?
yeah, he had like 30.
He threw for 494 and 5 tutties.
Hey, Liam, did you see Dawson Knox make that one-handed catch last night?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
That was pretty cool.
We were watching it when it happened.
Yeah.
I was like, there's Liam's boy, Dawson.
And Amon-Ra St. Brown had around 40 also.
Okay. Wow, a lot of players, a lot of big-time fantasy players in that game. Did you see that? You probably didn't. The Devontae Adams catch on the sideline on that 70-yard, 7-play drive.
I don't think so.
Ridiculous over the shoulder, like kind of turning around backwards and then got both feet down. It was pretty sweet.
That Alvin Kamara catch was nice.
Yeah, that was nice too.
It wasn't even thrown by a quarterback. It was thrown by a running back.
Was it?
Or I think a wide receiver.
Okay. Little double pass.
Yeah.
Does it qualify for an ESPY award? Do they still do
Actually,
ESPY?
They still do the ESPYs.
I think it was a handoff and then a pass
Gotcha.
from the complete other side.
Stealing some out of our Dynasty playbook. The Eagles, like I said earlier, they put the Jalen Hurts, not a good passer and not throwing a lot. They put that narrative to rest as Jalen Hurts threw for 290 and 2 touchdowns. And A.J. Brown got 8 receptions for 110 yards and 1 touchdown as the Eagles showed the Steelers that they were a better team, at least yesterday. 27-13 in that one. Liam, more surprising, the Bills beating the Lions 48-42 or the Eagles beating the Steelers 27-13?
Eagles beating the Steelers.
I would agree with that. I was a little surprised that obviously the Steelers' run defense is fantastic, and I know Jalen Watt, T.J. Watt got hurt during that game. I don't know what happened or if he came back or not, but I saw where his ankle got twisted. But yeah, I was more surprised. I think too. I think he kind of expected that shootout in the Bills-Lions game, but hey, Jalen Hurts, 25 of 32, didn't need a whole lot from Saquon Barkley as they now improved to 12-2, and I believe they have clinched that division. We'll talk about
Devontae had a big game, but Saquon had like 9 points.
Yeah, he only had 65 yards and 11 carries. Devontae Smith,
yeah. He had, I think,
because Devontae Adams had a massive game too, right? Like 198 total receiving yards.
Yeah, there was many people that were. It was Amon-Ra St. Brown and Devontae Adams. They were like a few yards off from 200.
That's a lot as a receiver.
4 and 2.
The Cardinals beat the Patriots 30-17. That's not surprising, but James Conner had a massive game. Just 16 carries, 110 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Like I said earlier, the Bucs routed the Chargers 40-17. Baker Mayfield threw for 4 tutties. Mike Evans had another big game, 159 yards and 2 touchdowns. I don't know if he's going to make it to that 1,000 yards to set the record and beat Jerry Rice's record of most consecutive 1,000-yard seasons. We do remember, I think he missed 3 or 4 games with a hamstring injury. And the Chargers, I think Ladd McConkey had a big game, but other than that, the Bucs run defense shut down the run game, which forced a lot more passing. But the Bucs, man, now they're 8-6, leading that division. The Falcons need to win Monday Night Football tonight to stay in that playoff race. And last but not least, your Sunday Night Football game: Packers 30, Seahawks 13. Jordan Love not a huge game, but did enough. Josh Jacobs had a great game as well, 94 yards on 26 carries and added 1 rushing touchdown as well. Seahawks really needed to win that game. They are now tied with the Rams, and the Rams, I believe, have the tiebreaker in the division as both teams are 8-6. If the Niners just would have won this past week, they'd be right there. But hey, if some butts for candies and nuts, we'd all have a Merry Christmas. Jay, when we get back, instead of an afternoon delight debrief, we're going to do Are You Smarter Than a Fourth Grader? I've got fourth grade general knowledge questions that are multiple choice.
I can't wait.
So you got a 25% chance of getting the right answer.
Okay, good.
Some of them you got a 50% chance of getting the right answer. But yeah, you guys are listening to The Inside Drive. Don't forget, coming up at 12:20, we've got comedian Aaron Belial that'll be joining us via the phone. He is a non-verbal comedian that is performing at the Captain Anderson's Event Center with Panama City Comedy coming up this Thursday. Looking forward to talking to him. You guys will listen to The Inside Drive. We'll be right back with our contest.
It's the PCB Hobby Takeover with Todd. Mondays at 5:20 on ESPN Northwest Florida.
That is a very high-end card and very rare.
Todd talks about coins, trading cards, collectibles, and the amazing stories behind them.
It was the first one that's ever come through my door.
Plus, we'll be taking your calls and questions at 850-215-6290. The PCB Hobby Takeover.
A platform for you to do your hobby.
Mondays at 5:20 on the Sports Talk Monster. ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Joanna on ESPN Northwest Florida with your forecast on this Monday. Clear skies this afternoon and evening with a light breeze at 5 miles per hour out of the southwest and look for the high to be 73. Tonight there will be clear skies with the temperature reaching 58. Slightly foggy in the morning followed by mostly sunshine tomorrow with a high of 73. Wednesday we'll have a high of 72 and slight fog. This weather is brought to you by Ellis Agency Insurance. Thank you for tuning into ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Los Rancheros has been doing it right for 20 years. Los Rancheros brings a top-shelf dining experience to you with the opening of their beautiful new building. Watch all college and pro games on Los Rancheros' 14 large-screen TVs with great drink specials daily from 2 to 5 and during all the games. Los Rancheros, the place for live sports and great food on 23rd Street between Jenks and Harrison.
WVLQ Port St. Joe, WGSX, powered by Panama City Toyota.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Whether you're an experienced investor or first-time buyer, Beach House will provide you with top-notch service to guide you through every step of the process. We make the real estate process fun and easy through effective marketing, strategic advertising, and always a client-focused experience. From single-family homes to full-scale developments, Beach House Sales Development has you covered. Check them out at beachhousesalesfl.com or give them a call at 850-919-3500.
Pound the like and crush the subscribe. Follow us on social media for the latest sports news, scores, and updates.
And I never get off Instagram or Facebook and think, wow, good for everyone.
Keeping you in the game. It's the Inside Drive with Ryan and Jay. Live from the Bill Kramer Chevrolet Buick GMC and Kramer Marine and Outdoor Studios at ESPN Northwest Florida.
Sky rockets in flight. Afternoon delight.
And we are back. You're listening to the Inside Drive. It's like the snap. When you're pointing that finger, that button's got to be pressed because I'm looking at your finger, not the button. But you guys are listening to the Inside Drive live here on ESPN Northwest Florida. Jay, what are our frequencies and where are they at?
104.3 Panama City, 101.9 Port St. Joe, and Google Play, Apple Store. Search it up, 104.3. Download it. You can listen to us in South Korea.
That is true. That is true. It wasn't that long ago they declared some martial law over there, but then it got changed back.
Okay, good.
Yeah, things got a little crazy over there. Little crazy. But yeah, Jay got it all right. Impressive there. You can also head over to ESPNPC.com. You can scroll down until you see that Lucid Streams TV channel icon, $41.99 a month. Over 10,000 movies on demand, 2,000 live streaming channels, including all your pay-per-view, soccer, which I know is a big thing for you there, Jay.
Yep.
And then, of course, NFL Red Zone, NBA League Pass, NHL Center Ice, MLB, extra innings. Once we get to the MLB season, again, I guarantee it's less than you're paying right now with your current cable or streaming service, if you are in fact having it. I know there's some people that just got the air. Just comes over the air.
Oh, yeah.
Because HD comes over the air now.
That's right.
Yeah, that's right indeed. Also got to thank our studio sponsor, that is Bill Kramer GM and Kramer Marine and Outdoor, right there at the corner of Frankfurt and 23rd Street. Lots of vehicles in stock, beautiful trucks, beautiful SUVs, beautiful Corvettes, electric Hummers, electric trucks, whatever it may be. They've got the right vehicle for you. If you're looking for that perfect Christmas present, or you got about, 2.5 weeks, Jay? Today is the 16th?
Yeah,
It is the 16th already. Your time is running out to buy yourself a new vehicle over 6,000 pounds. If you own your own business, you can write off 90% of that in the first year. So, hey, just find a salesman or woman over there, and they'll make it easy and take great care of you. And, of course, Kramer Marine and Outdoor. It's beautiful yesterday. It's beautiful today. It'll be beautiful tomorrow. And you need to get yourself on the water. And if you don't have a boat that's working, Kramer Marine and Outdoor can take care of that for you. They'll even come to you with their great mobile service. Also, if you're looking for a great Christmas present, they have all the accessories that you may need to make your boating and fishing experience that much better. Again, they're right there at the corner of Frankfurt and 23rd Street. If you're looking to buy something new or used as well, they sell the family of CRI. That is Sundance, Spider, Seabourn, and then outside of the CR family, but one of the big families of boats they have there. Jay, what's that one? Skeeter indeed. You can check out all the new and used inventory at KramerMarineandOutdoor.com. All right. Y'all ready? Who's going first?
Liam is going down.
Is he going first or down?
He's going first and down.
First and down.
Yeah.
All right. Let me see the where'd the question? Okay, here we go. All right, Liam, are you ready? These are 4th grade general knowledge questions from the internet.
I'm scared.
I'm going to give you multiple choice. Quit mess with that. All right. What country is known as the land of the rising sun? America, India, China, or Japan?
India or
think about the flag. That's a hint.
Japan.
That is correct. I'll give Jay a hint too. You gonna hit the sounder?
No.
Okay, you got that one right. Japan is indeed known as the land of the rising sun. It is located to the east of the Asian continent, and its name in Japanese, Nihon or Nippon, means origin of the sun. The name reflects the fact that Japan is one of the first countries to see the sunrise each day. Additionally, Japan has a rich cultural history and is often associated with the image of a rising sun in its flag and various symbols. All right, Jay. You ready? I'm just going one. I'm just alternating. What is the original name of Bill Gates? A, William Henry Gates II. B, William Henry Gates III. C, William John Gates. Or D, William Gates Jr.
Really, Ryan?
Look, it is what it is.
Let's go D, William Gates Jr. That's my final answer.
It's not correct. It is William Henry Gates III. The correct answer is William Henry Gates III. He was born on October 28th in 1955 in Seattle, Washington, and has made a stop with the sounder. You're going to get the next one wrong, so I don't know why you're doing that so much. All right. It's another Bill Gates question. What is this, a Bill Gates quiz? It's just a true or false, though, so you got a fitty shot here.
Oh, he gets the true or false.
Actually, okay. No. You're actually going to get the true or false. He's got one, but I think he already knows this. Okay. Blank is the longest river in the world. It's not a multiple choice question.
The Nile?
That is? You are not in denial. We are not in denial. The Nile is considered the longest river in the world and spans approximately 4,135 miles in length, flowing through 11 countries in northeastern Africa. The river has played a significant role in the development of ancient civilizations, such as ancient Egypt, providing water for agricultural, transportation, and trade. Its length and historical importance make the Nile the correct answer to this question. Jay, true or false?
Thank God.
50-50 shot. Bill Gates was the richest man in the world in the year 2018.
I feel like this is a trick question because I feel like either Elon Musk or somebody. I'm going to go false.
That is... Here, bonus point for either one of you. If you can tell me, you get to go first, who the richest man in the world was in 2018.
I'll go Mark Zuckerberg.
No. Liam?
Whatever his name is, Amazon.
Jeff Bezos.
Jeff Bezos.
Yep, that is correct. That's a bonus point for the little guy. All right, back to you, Liam. You know, people are listening to this. It sounds like we're at a club. Oh, all right. Who invented the diesel engine? Is it diesel or diesel?
I think Northern is diesel. I mean, I think Southern is diesel.
Diesel, yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
Because I called it diesel growing up, and then I hear people down here all the time.
You still have not done the Northern accent segment.
We still have 4 more days this week, Jay Hanley.
Okay.
We're sitting on a gold mine of time. All right. A, James Watt. B, John Diesel. C, Rudolph Diesel. D, Vin Diesel. I tell you which one it's not.
Is this for me?
No, it's for
Okay,
him.
good.
B, John Diesel.
Nope, it was actually Rudolph the Red-Nosed Diesel that invented it. Rudolph Diesel is the correct answer because he is the inventor of the diesel engine. The engine was named after him and known for its efficiency and use of compression ignition. James Watt is known for his work on the steam engine, not the diesel engine. John Diesel and Vin Diesel are not relevant to the invention of the diesel engine. Jay, if you get this next one wrong, I'm just going to walk off the show.
I'm calling my therapist.
Get it dialed up. What is the name of the brightest star in our solar system? A, Polaris. B, Betelgeuse. C, Rigel. Or D, the Sun?
Don't overthink this, Jay.
Don't overthink it. Don't overthink it.
I don't know if Jay overthinks
Let's go
a whole
D.
lot.
Let's go D, the Sun.
That is the correct answer because D is, in fact, the only star in our solar system. Whereas Betelgeuse, Rigel, and Polaris are all very bright stars, but outside of our solar
Why
system.
does he get the easy one?
I gave you a bonus one that I knew he wasn't going to get.
Okay.
So don't complain. All right, here you go. You want an easy one? If you get this wrong, I'm walking out too. This is the next question in line. It's question number 7. Who was the first president of the United States of America?
George Washington.
Okay, that is correct. That was an easy one. You got that wrong. All your teachers at UA would have been very disappointed in you. All right, Jay.
Yes.
Question 8. Which acid does the fruit apple contain? A, citric acid. B, malic acid. C, tartaric acid. Or D, oxalic acid.
Man. Can I phone my chemistry teacher?
Do you have your chemistry teacher's phone number? Because if you do, you can.
Miss Cole.
Miss Cole.
Yeah.
C-O-L-E?
She's probably 85 now. Let's go tartaric acid, C. And that's my final answer.
The correct answer is B, malic acid. The apple contains malic acid. Malic acid is a natural fruit acid that gives apples their tart taste. It is also found in other fruits such as grapes and cherries. Malic acid is commonly used as a... I'm going to make you talk. Oh, good. It is also used in the production of cosmetics and is a supplement for various health benefits. I thought you were going to guess citric acid, but that's your oranges, your lemons, your limes, all that stuff. So I'm proud of you for not doing that. All right, question number 9. Back to you, Liam. Which of the following statements about Mount Everest is true? A, it is located on the border of India and China. B, it is the tallest mountain above sea level on Earth. C, it was first successfully climbed in 1921. D, its height remains constant and does not change over time.
I'm going to have to go with B.
B is the tallest mountain above sea level on Earth. That is indeed correct. Mount Everest, standing at 8,848.86 meters, that is almost 30,000 feet above sea level, is the tallest mountain on Earth. It is located on the border between Nepal and Tibet, the autonomous region of China. The first successful ascent was made in 1953 by Sir Edmund Hillary and the Tenzing Norgay, not 1921. The height of Mount Everest can change slightly due to geological activity such as tectonic movements or earthquakes, so it does not remain constant over time. All right, question number 10. It's 5-2. You still got 8 minutes.
Okay, good.
You got this. Which is the smallest bird in the world? The hummingbird, the goldcrest, the lesser goldfinch, or the verdin?
These aren't fair. I'm going to go...
It's kind of like when you play Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo. I asked you if you wanted to start first.
Yeah. Let's go hummingbird.
That is?
Yes.
That is correct. The hummingbird is the correct answer because it's widely recognized as the smallest bird in the world with an average length of only 3 to 5 inches. Hummingbirds are known for their tiny size and delicate appearance. They have the unique ability to hover in midair and flap their wings rapidly, which allows them to feed on nectar from flowers. These small birds are found in the Americas and are known for their vibrant colors and impressive flying skills. All right, number 11. Back to you, Liam. What is the largest planet in our solar system?
Jupiter.
Yes, that is correct. You got that wrong, man. Like, again, your teachers at you. All right, Jay. Which is the largest ocean on Earth? The Atlantic Ocean, the Indian Ocean, the Arctic Ocean, or the Pacific Ocean?
Wow.
If you get this wrong,
Yeah, this is super easy, bro.
Is it?
Yeah.
I'm leaving.
Yeah.
I want to say the Pacific Ocean.
That's back-to-back right answers.
Hey, how about that?
You're turning it up.
Yep.
Turning it up. Uh-oh.
I need him to miss one, though. I need him to miss a couple.
Need more questions to pop up. The 12th question. It's just, there's no, it's at 100. It's lying to me. All right. Stand by. We'll go to trivianerd.com.
I've got one for him.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah, but then he'd have to ask you one. That's fine. Can you come up with a question to ask him, Liam? Because he's got. Okay, he's got one for you. Is it his turn? Yeah.
What's the maximum number of clubs you can have in your golf bag without a penalty?
Ricky Pearsall.
Ricky Pearsall.
That's no fair.
14. That's not fair.
All right, fine. Negated.
Oh, goodness.
Is your nerds thing popping up or whatever?
Yeah, no, I got some.
Okay, well that doesn't count because you cheated.
I didn't cheat. I asked you, all I said was Ricky Pearsall. I can't help it. His number.
I know who Ricky Pearsall is.
I know.
I know his number.
Of
I know
course
his
you do.
college. I
What's
know
his
his
college?
first name. Florida.
Yeah.
Where was he born?
Where?
Yeah.
What's his?
Oh, he was born in Georgia.
Really?
Yeah.
Griffin, ironically.
We pump out the athletes there.
You do.
Yeah.
You do. All right. So am I going back to these?
Jay,
Yes.
where was Ricky Pearsall shot?
Ooh, good question.
In the shoulder.
No, like in the States.
Oh.
What location?
Like what location?
San Francisco.
Doesn't count though.
Oh, come on, Liam, give it to me.
Well, then I get the Ricky Pearsall one.
Well, it doesn't change the standings then.
Okay.
All right, whose actual turn is it? Yours?
Mine.
Okay. Which majestic big cat reigns supreme as the king of the jungle? The leopard, the tiger, the house cat, or the lion?
Grar lion.
Well, they all go grar. Yeah, lion. That's correct. All right, so is this so complicated? Actually, it's the tiger. I assumed. The tiger is the largest of all the big cat species, with some males weighing up to 660 pounds. Tigers are native to Asia and known for their distinctive orange coat with black stripes.
Okay, what? That's not fair.
The lion's the king of the Pride Land, man. Didn't you ever watch Lion King? Jungle.
Well, isn't Mufasa the thing?
He's a king of the
Mufasa?
Pride Land. This is the jungle.
Pride, Lynn. Where do we get pride from?
All right, Jay, your turn. Okay, who is the Usain Bolt of the animal kingdom zooming across the savannah? The leopard, the horse, the turtle, the antelope, or the cheetah?
I'm going to go with cheetah.
That is correct. The cheetah is the fastest land animal, capable of reaching speeds up to 60, 70 miles per hour, with short bursts covering distances up to 500 meters. This incredible speed is due to its lightweight frame, long legs, specialized muscle fibers that provide rapid acceleration. All right. Liam, your turn next. Excuse me. Are the worker bees the dudes or the divas of the hive? Both? Robots? Male or female? The worker bees.
Can I get a redo on that question? Say it again. I did not.
Are the worker bees the dudes or the divas of the hive? Meaning, are the worker bees male or female? You can eliminate the robot and the both.
Okay, I'm gonna have to go with not the or the male. Yeah, male.
Actually, I steered you wrong there. No. Okay.
What is it? The robot? Is it the male? Is it male?
No, it's not male.
Okay. You tell him about cheetahs. That's easy.
I'm just going one by one. Y'all both complain about the questions. What did Coach Ellis say? And then some.
And then some, that's right.
And
Okay,
then
Jay's
some.
turn.
It's actually, the correct answer is female. Worker bees are female and are responsible for the majority of the tasks within the hive, including foraging for food, caring for the queen's offspring, and maintaining the hive. Unlike the queen bee, worker bees are not capable of reproduction. All right. So next is him?
Yep.
Okay. How are we doing on time? Okay. All right. You'd have to get a bunch more right. You're down 6-3, but you'll get this one, I hope. Which horned dinosaur rocked a 15-horn hairstyle long before it was cool? The Strichosaurus, the Tyrannosaurus Rex, the Comoceratops, or Triceratops? Comoceratops is a good one. It's like Como or Ceratops.
How about you said Triceratops?
Yep.
Let's go with that one.
The correct answer is the Comoceratops, a genus of ceratopsid dinosaurs. Is notable for having 15 horns on its skull, making it one of the most ornamented dinosaurs known. Discovered in Utah, this late Cretaceous dinosaur's elaborate horn arrangement is likely played a role in its species recognition and display. All right, we got to take a quick break. It is time. When we get back, we'll be joined by Aaron Belisle. He is a non-verbal comedian who will be performing at Captain Anderson's Event Center coming up this Thursday.
My name is Jay Henley. I'm 44 years old, and I'm not smarter than a fourth grader.
Oh, goodness gracious. We'll continue that throughout the week with various topics and all that stuff. But yeah, you're listening to The Inside Drive. We'll be right back with comedian Aaron Belisle.
Just in time for the holidays and not by popular demand, Coach Hales sings his favorites. And who can forget? To a burn ring of fire, down, 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 that flame red higher. That burn, that ring of fire. Oh, plus this one. Don't know the words. Coach James Hale, it's a good thing he knows sports because he doesn't sing worth a big show today. Big, big, big.
Good afternoon. This is Joanna with your weather forecast from ESPN Northwest Florida on this Monday. Clear the remainder of the day with a wind at 5 miles per hour out of the southwest and 73. Tonight, look for clear skies with a temperature near 58. Tomorrow, a high around 73 and slight fog in the morning, followed by mostly sunshine. Wednesday, very warm with a high of 72 and slight fog. This weather forecast is sponsored by Mid-South Lumber, the best little lumberyard in Panama City. Thank you for keeping that dial at ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Turf Pro Lawn and Pest Control. They take pride in caring for their customers' property by providing lawn and whole house pest control. Whether you have roaches or any other unwanted bugs in your home, Turf Pro has you covered. Or if your lawn needs weed control, fertilize, insect control, Turf Pro has you covered by providing custom treatments to meet your property's needs. No property is the same, so why should it be treated that way? Turf Pro, where the blue and yellow trucks make your lawn green. Call 850-890-5820.
This holiday season, Straight Talk Wireless is letting you say yes a lot more with real unlimited data. Yes to sharing pics of the ugliest holiday sweaters. Yes to checking weather on the go for surprise sledding trips. And with a free phone at sign up, let the yes-tivities begin.
No way!
Yes way. Straight Talk, real unlimited data. Available at Walmart or straighttalk.com. Offer valid through 1/5/25 while supplies last at participating stores. Taxes and fees apply. Requires in-store activation on select single line plans. Limit of 2 phones per customer. For network management practices, visit straighttalk.com.
From the fairway to the rough.
I was hoping to squeeze in 9 holes before this rain starts.
From the greens to the bunker.
Certainly, Your Eminency.
It's the Inside Drive with Ryan and Jay from the Bill Kramer Marine and Outdoor Studio.
The good Lord would never disrupt the best game of my life.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back. You guys listen to the Inside Drive live here on ESPN Northwest Florida. Excited for our next guest here on the Inside Drive, and if you want to go see him perform, he'll be at Captain Anderson's Event Center. That's going to be this Thursday. Show starts at 7 p.m. You can get tickets at PanamaCityComedy.com. We're also going to give away a pair of tickets in the final segment of the show today as well. And that is comedian Aaron Belisle joining us on the show today. You've seen him on America's Got Talent and Kill Tony. He is a software engineer and a mental health advocate turned comedian. Born in Northern Ontario with cerebral palsy, Aaron is a mute comedian and uses his phone to deliver jokes. He has over 800,000 followers and uses his platform to spread positive messages and comedy. Aaron, first off, thank you for joining us today, and hopefully you're I don't know if you're here in Panama City Beach yet or not, but looking forward to coming out to your show on Thursday night. First question I got for you today, how did you get started in comedy?
Awesome. Hold on one quick. I'm by the way, I'm his feature, so I'm going to be here going back and forth with him today.
Nice. Sounds good.
Thanks so much for having me. I started comedy in Portugal. I was heckling a comic at a charity show, and they thought I was funny, so they invited me to an open mic if I think I'm so funny. And so I went, and I was funny.
Aaron, I've got a question. What was your experience like on America's Got Talent, and how much did that help get your career in comedy going?
It was good, but Kill Tony helped more.
Yeah, that was going to be my follow-up question, is how much did winning that golden, or getting awarded the golden ticket on Kill Tony kind of launch you in the this trajectory that you've been on? We can jump to the next question there, Jay. Why don't you go ahead?
Yeah, that stuff got like billions of views online, and it's all comedy fans, so it helped a lot.
Very, very cool. Obviously, I've watched all your stuff out there, and just absolutely hilarious. And again, looking forward to seeing you right here in Panama City Beach on Thursday. Jay, go ahead.
Aaron, what are some of the challenges you're facing as like a nonverbal comedian, and how do you overcome that?
Yeah.
hard when people heckle me, and I need to spend time telling them to shut up.
Which is kind of ironic because that's kind of how you got your start in going, is by being a heckler. Yep. But yeah, no, because and obviously you can't respond very fast when it comes to that kind of stuff when it's outside of your stand-up show or whatever the word I'm looking for there is. But yeah,
my head is faster than my thumb.
I think that's probably the case for all of us. That's for sure. If I had to try to do this every time we were in a segment, that would be very, very challenging. So very impressive what you've been able to accomplish and what you do, with all of your different shows. Who are some of the biggest influences when it comes to comedy for you?
Yeah. Guys for having us on. We look forward to the show.
But the silence adds good tension. It's good and bad. My favorite comics are Issachar Tomlinson and Bill Burr.
Nice. Very, very cool. Yeah, to get back to what you just said there with kind of the silence, it kind of allows a little bit of stuff to build up, and your audience kind of, what's he going to say, what's coming out next, and it's kind of an interesting aspect of your comedy, which is very atypical when it comes to most comedians. So I kind of can see how that could be a benefit as well, for sure. For sure. Go ahead, Jay.
Aaron, we were fortunate enough to have Sam Miller on a few weeks ago as a comedian. What are some advices that you would give to aspiring comedians that would want to stand up?
Don't do it.
I like that. Yep, just don't. Just don't. That's what Jay's a golf instructor by nature, and that's what he tells people. He says, when they say what advice, said take 2 weeks off and quit.
That's right.
That's kind of his MO there, obviously, when it comes to that.
It's fun. Just be funny and post a lot. Post everything.
Yeah.
That's kind of the world we live in nowadays. You got to market your brand. You've got to be posting. You got to be putting stuff out there because, you can basically create a career off of social media this day and age, whether it's, sports, comedy, modeling, whatever it is, influencing. It's just the world we live in right now. There's no doubt about that.
A lot of comics are like, I want to save this. No, post it.
Yeah.
So there you go. When you want to post it, the moment you have the opportunity to post it, don't bank it away because then you'll probably forget to put it out there.
If you suddenly gained the ability to speak for one day, what is the first thing you would say to your audience?
That's a good question.
I would probably be really mean to them, then say sorry, and thank you for following me.
There you go. There you go.
Actually, no, I wouldn't tell anyone I could talk.
That'd be perfect.
That would hurt my career.
True. Next question we got for you. Do you think you can push the envelope a little more being a non-verbal comedian versus being a verbal comedian?
Of course I can. Everyone knows disabled people can't be arrested.
Yeah, certainly could push the envelope a little bit without that fear, no doubt about it. No doubt about it. Liam, you want to take that final question? And then I'll ask one more after that.
Remind our listeners, if they want to come out and see you, where do they go?
For a show on Thursday, yeah.
With that one. So we're going to be at Captain's Anderson's Event Center this Thursday. So we're super excited to be back, by the way. This is we were there last year and we're back this year. And we had such a great time last year. So we're super excited to be back.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, I know. I remember seeing you guys here last year, and Jason and Panama City Comedy do such a wonderful job bringing in big time comedians like you guys right here for our small but large area of Panama City and Panama City Beach. Aaron, I'm going to ask you maybe a couple questions that weren't on the list, if that's okay. My first one was going to be, who is your favorite comedian to watch or listen to? If you can narrow it down to one.
I can never remember his name, which is funny.
Oh, good. Memorable indeed.
What's the guy who just did the rehab special?
Oh, not Jamie Foxx. No, he had his rehab from his stroke special, I think is what that was on Netflix. Oh, the guy just did the rehab. Let me look it up.
White guy. Skinny.
I really don't know.
Yeah.
Skinny white guys. That really narrows it down.
That guy.
fat guy, he says.
All right, I'll try to find it for you.
Mulaney?
Oh yeah, John Mulaney. Yep.
My favorite.
Yep.
John Mulaney.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. Yeah, we did just watch that. That's for sure. Dealing with the addiction, his recovery from addiction special.
Okay.
Have you? Those are for. We're good, Liam. We're good. Sorry. Have you ever been heckled while you were on the stage?
All the time.
There you go.
Do you get nervous when you're performing?
Mostly by drunk women.
Jay has that same problem. And
then I'm rude.
Yeah, very true.
Oh, goodness.
You got any more, Jay?
And it's fun.
No, my question was, does he ever get nervous? I don't think he does, but I had to ask anyways.
Yeah. I don't know. Does being nervous and being a comedian, does that go? Can you not have that to be a successful comedian?
I only get nervous for camera TV stuff.
Like America's Got Talent.
Yeah, absolutely. What's your favorite city that you've been to that comedy has brought you to? Hopefully it says Panama City Beach.
Weirdly, Utah. I thought it would be the worst, but it was so fun. But also Panama City.
There you go.
Yes, sir.
There you go. Very, very cool. Very cool. Utah, huh? Salt Lake City?
Yeah, we were in Salt Lake City area.
Okay.
And we went through Provo.
Okay, that was going to be my follow-up question, is if you did one in Provo or not. Obviously, the Cougars and the Utes out there, the college football teams, Jay. Those are, yeah, got it locked in.
Noted.
Got it. Noted indeed. What's your long-term goal? Obviously, you're touring right now with comedy. You're still going, all that stuff. What is kind of you see yourself, in the future, touring or doing comedy?
I want to sell out arenas and have a sitcom and have an army of beautiful women and disabled people.
Hey, fantastic. Great stuff there. Great stuff there. And hopefully all those will come to fruition for you. I think you're moving in the right direction and obviously off to a great start. If you want any tips on Army of Beautiful Women following you around, just talk to my co-host here.
Now,
Jay.
come on, Ryan.
No, I've seen it. I've seen it in person. I watch it every day. I mean, I see the line of people outside the door right now trying to get in and talk to you.
Oh, goodness. You're something else.
Man, coming up.
You've also been recruiting disabled people already. You got me in the car with you.
What was that?
Said he's already working towards it. He already has me in the car with him.
There you go.
Gotcha. Oh, I know Jay asked, about what, if you were an aspiring comedian, what would you do? But what would you tell people that, kind of on the fence of trying it or not? Would you just tell them to jump all in? And, I feel like a lot of comedians have gone through spots where jokes don't land, the punchline doesn't hit, and it's not, you don't get the response you want, but you got to kind of fight through that a little bit. So that's something you would certainly tell people that are, on the fence about trying comedy is just jump in. Just jump in. They're either going to laugh or they're not. And if they don't, maybe the next group of people will laugh.
Well, everything happened for me because I posted stuff on TikTok. Everything happened from just putting it out there. And yet just try it.
Yeah. There you go. Just try it, Jay.
Don't be fearful.
That's it. Kind of parlays back to having Coach Cliff Ellis on earlier on the show today, and he just wrote a book. And what did he say? And then some. He said, just do it. And then some. That's kind of what it is. Just jump with both feet in. Again, coming up, when we get back from this segment, we're going to give away a pair of tickets to see Aaron coming up at the Captain Anderson's Event Center. That's going to be this Thursday, December 19th. If you don't win the tickets and you want to go see the show, you can head over to PanamaCityComedy.com. Aaron, we appreciate you jumping on with us today. Appreciate you taking the time. And we look forward to seeing you on Thursday night, and I'll try my best not to heckle. I'm not good at that anyway, so I'm certainly not going to do that. Appreciate you guys taking the time, and looking forward to seeing you guys here on Thursday night.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Thanks for coming on. You guys are listening to the Inside Drive. When we get back, we're going to give away a couple tickets to the Aaron Belisle show coming up this Thursday at the Captain Anderson's Event Center. You guys are listening to the Inside Drive live here on ESPN Northwest Florida.
104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida is your home for the NFL.
Touchdown, Denver!
We bring you the biggest games every Sunday, Monday, and Thursday night.
Oh, he's got the first down!
Plus, we'll broadcast more college football games than ever before.
He did what?
Live NFL and college football play here.
Unbelievable!
104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Are you tired of hearing 2 weeks when you call to get your boat worked on? Hey folks, it's Chris Kramer with Kramer Marine and Outdoor, and we'll get you in and back out on the water as quick as possible. We're a full-line Yamaha outboard dealer and Suzuki outboard dealer, and we have master-trained certified mechanics on site. So if it's just an annual service, electronics install, trolling motor install, or all the way up to a full repower, we can take care of you. So stop by and see us in the corner of Frankfurt and 23rd next to Bill Kramer GM, or call us at 850-851-0453.
Attention homeowners, are you dreaming of a backyard oasis? Look no further than S&R Fencing, your go-to destination for quality outdoor transformations. At S&R, they specialize in crafting custom fences, decks, retainer walls, and all exterior construction that not only enhances the beauty of your home, but also stands the test of time. Their experienced team takes pride in delivering top-notch craftsmanship with a personal touch. S&R Fencing, locally owned, licensed, and insured, and a member of the BBB.
As a realtor, it's important who you choose as your title company. May we suggest South Oak Title? Their offices are modern, comfortable, and state-of-the-art. South Oak Title can close transactions in any location in Florida, Alabama, and Tennessee. Their free mobile app allows realtors to deliver a net sheet in seconds. They provide mobile closing services to accommodate buyers and sellers. Their offices are beautifully decorated, state-of-the-art, complete, safe, and secure. South Oak Title, creating a better title and closing experience through technology and tailored service. Visit them online at southoaktitle.com.
We're starting fresh.
Fresh new start.
Locally sourced, Farm to Radio. The Inside Drive with Ryan Mulvey is live and local. From the Bill Kramer Chevrolet Buick GMC and Kramer Marine Outdoor Studios on ESPN Northwest Florida.
Chicken haters.
And welcome back. You're listening to Inside Drive live here on ESPN Northwest Florida. We're going to go ahead and take the fifth caller. If you want to get yourself a pair of tickets to go see Aaron Belisle, you can check out his stuff. We posted it on social media earlier. He is absolutely hilarious. I know trying to interview on the phone's always a little bit challenging, but I thought he did great. I thought he did great. And you could kind of, there's some, like you said, there's some build-up that kind of like, what's he going to say? What's he going to say? And you can check out his comedy online and, of course, right here in Panama City Beach. And give us a call, 850-215-6290. We'll take the fifth caller. If you are the fifth caller, you're going to win a pair of tickets. All we need is your name and email address and kind of go from there. How we doing, Liam? Was that one of our callers there? Okay, we got a month. Okay, yeah, we're taking the fifth caller. Yep, absolutely. So keep it coming. We already had 2 or 3 that have rung through. Again, if you want to go see him perform on Thursday night right down the street, the Captain Anderson's Event Center, all you got to do is give us a call, 850-215-6290. Jay Henley.
Yes, sir.
Dual Monday Night Football coming up tonight.
Oh, boy.
Those Atlanta Falcons need a huge win in that one. But yeah, we'll dive into those games here in just a second. I did want to mention, I know we said it earlier, the Showdown. It's coming up. I'll tell you all about it. That is Rory McIlroy and Scotty Scheffler facing off against Brooks Koepka and Bryson DeChambeau. And, of course, it's being played at Shadow Creek Golf Club out there in Las Vegas. Shadow Creek, one of the most expensive domestic golf courses that you can play. So why not showcase a golf course that most people are never going to be able to play because it's just so expensive. That's coming up. The Showdown will be a unique format with 4 players engaging in thrilling match play over 18 holes. The course will be divided up into 3 distinct segments, 6 segments, 6 segments, 6 segments. The first segment, you will see a best ball format. Jay, what's best ball?
Best ball, that is where both partners hit the ball and, well, actually, you basically best score. Right? Best score?
Yeah. You're really good at explaining this.
I had to think about it. For a second.
Best ball is where you each play your own ball, and whoever has the lower score, that's the score you take.
There you go. Yep. So if I went out...
Although a lot of people do call a scramble a best ball, which is not correct.
It is not correct.
Now, you can call it a Lauderdale or a select shot, some of the old school terms for a scramble or captain's choice. So the first 6 holes will be a best ball between the 2 players, obviously playing match play all the way through. The second segment of 6 holes will feature alternate shot, and the final segment will be played as singles. So there'll be one-on-one in that final 6 segments. It's a star-studded affair. TNT's beloved personalities from inside the NBA, Charles Barkley and Ernie Johnson, will be joined by Trevor Immelman and David Faraday to provide insightful analysis for the event. The expertise and charisma will surely add an extra layer of excitement to the Showdown. How to watch it, Jay? Funny you should ask. Tuesday, December 17th, that is tomorrow. It's 5 p.m. Central Time here, 6 p.m. in the Eastern Time Zone. Primarily broadcast on TNT, but it will also be streamed live on Max, which you can find on Lucid Streams TV. The prize purse for the Showdown, the winner will be awarded millions in cryptocurrency as prize money. The amount has been reported to be a minimum of $10 million in value. Interesting stuff there, because that could end up being worth more, or it could certainly end up being worth less as well. Don't forget to give us a call. We'll take the next caller to give a pair of tickets to go see Aaron Belisle perform at the Captain Anderson's Event Center Thursday night. That is 850-215-6290. So if you already called, give us a shout back, and you'll get a chance to win that pair of tickets. But yeah, 10 million in crypto.
Wow.
Yeah. That could be worth $25 million in.
Well, if the rich keep getting richer, DeChambeau and Koepka will win this.
I don't know. Scotty Scheffler made a lot of money on the PGA Tour this past season as well. But
let me ask you this: with that virtual league kicking off in January,
something Tiger was hitting, like a promo or something like that.
Yeah. Are you still gonna watch that, or what?
I might tune into the first one just to see what it's all about.
Yeah,
and then see if I like it or not.
I got you.
And if I do indeed like it, I may continue to watch it. But we shall see. We shall see. What do you think about because they hit their driver and their irons and all that stuff, but then they chip and putt on real greens, right?
That's what I've been told. Yes.
We got next person to call gets it.
That's it. 850-215-6290. Pair of tickets to go see Aaron Belisle. What? I have to tell him the number. Yeah. Oh, okay.
I don't know what you're doing, but we're chill.
Keeping it 100.
I'm just a chill guy.
Are you, though?
No.
No, you're not. You're not. Oh, man. All right, let's talk a little Monday Night Football. Let me pull up my Hard Rock bets, and let me go RJDL. All right, we got two games tonight. You got the Minnesota Vikings hosting the Chicago Bears. Minnesota Vikings trying to keep pace with the Lions now that the Lions have dropped a game. This is a very important game for the Minnesota Vikings and their opportunity to try to clinch that NFC North and potentially a number 1 seed in the NFC. And you've also got the Atlanta Falcons traveling over there to Las Vegas to take on the Raiders. Atlanta certainly needs a win in that one to keep pace with the Bucs, who are now 8-6. All right, spread in the Chicago-Minnesota game. Minnesota is -6.5. So Chicago, Minnesota, and then ATL Raiders. And the Raiders are, what, a 5.5-point underdog in that one?
They are.
All right. I'm going to take... We'll just do the spread in these two games first. I'm going to take Minnesota -6.5. Jay, what about you?
I am as well. There's something on Hard Rock right now. Vikings to win by 10+ points.
Is it boosted?
It is boosted to +165 over 130. It was 130.
Okay. So they didn't really give you a whole lot more in that one. But all right. So you think they're going to win by?
Oh, yeah. I think they'll win by 2 touchdowns.
Okay. So you're going to take that +10 points overdrive boost as well?
Yeah. $5 would win you $13.25.
Woo! Hot diggity.
How about that?
Hot diggity. That's better than $12.25.
2 number ones.
All right, so you're also going to go -6.5. Liam, what do you think? Bears, Vikings -6.5. You taking the Bears with the 6.5, or you taking the Vikings laying the points? All right. David Hayes, I don't want to assume anything. I'm thinking you're probably thinking the Vikings.
Vikings to cover on the road. Falcons to, they got 6.5, I believe?
Falcons are 5.5 right now.
Yeah, give me both of those teams to cover.
All right. Liam, what do you think about Falcons Raiders?
Falcons.
What about Captain Kirk and his interception throwing right arm there? So you still think Raiders? Yeah, Raiders are just rough. Who's even starting quarterback for the Raiders?
Will Levis, I think.
No, that's the Tennessee Titans.
Oh.
Captain Curry's boys.
I don't know my stuff.
What?
I
think Aiden O'Connell's still hurt, so I think Gardner Minshew's getting a nod in that one.
I don't even know.
Jared Stidham's on their roster too as well. But Liam, you're going with the Falcons -5.5. Jay, what about you?
I'm going to take the home team here. I'm taking Las Vegas.
I'm actually taking the Raiders as well with the 5.5. All right, we shall see. All right, over-under in the Chicago-Minnesota game is 43.5. Jay, what do you like in that?
Let's see. And this is in the Dome.
This is in, I think it's Target Field? Something like that in Minnesota?
Yeah. There was some high-scoring ball games over the weekend. I say it continues on. I'm going over.
Going over. I mean, 43.5 is not a huge number. Mm-hmm. But all right, so Jay's got the over.
It's U.S. Bank Stadium.
U.S. Bank Stadium.
Target is where the Twins play.
The baseball. That's because it's field. Yeah, U.S. Bank Stadium. Yeah, U.S. Bank is headquartered up there in Minnesota. All right, so you got the over 43.5. I've got the over 43.5 as well. Liam, over or under 43.5? Chicago, Minnesota. We haven't got to the Atlanta game yet. Turn on your mic.
Over.
I don't know. When we have a consensus of all overs, usually it goes the other way. But all 4 overs. All right, Atlanta and...
Actually, no, I'll go under.
Go under. Good.
Over for the next game.
Okay, so you're over the in the Falcons Raiders. That's 44.5.
Whatever.
Low number.
I'm not putting no money on it.
Hey, it's just
I got over in that.
you got over in that one too.
D. Hayes last Thursday night was like, Thursday night's dynamic. They've been scoring all kinds
We
of
didn't
points.
discuss the weather.
It was 3-3 at half.
It rained the entire first half.
That's right.
And not just a light rain. It rained.
Yeah.
All right.
They
So
still could have caught the ball.
yeah, Debo. Oh. They did officially suspend Campbell. He didn't get cut. They suspended him. I would have cut him. Cut him. You walk off the field, you're a quitter. I'm cutting you. Just like that. The old Dave Coulier, cut it out.
Cut it out. That's another comedian.
Yeah, that is
was a
another
good
comedian, indeed. So was Bob Saget. He was a very raunchy comedian.
I've heard.
Him and who was it too? That was Jerry Seinfeld, I believe, is pretty raunchy too. He played in Myrtle Beach quite a bit.
Yeah, because I remember at 16, I finally figured out that Bob Saget was raunchy, and it was life changing to me.
He was Danny Tanner.
He was Danny Tanner.
He was the stereotypical dad.
Yes.
And no, he was
It changed my life,
Comedic
Ryan.
work was very very raunchy.
Yeah.
Very raunchy indeed. All right, Jay, over under 44.5 Falcons Raiders.
Let's take the under on that one.
Man, we agree on the spread and the under. I think this is a 20-13 kind of ball game. Couple defensive touchdowns and some different things. Hey, if we got a caller, okay. All right, I was gonna say we got to make sure you get the email address. But yeah, there's still time to give us a call. 850-215-6290. Pair of tickets to go see Aaron Belial, the non-verbal comedian. He is absolutely hilarious. You can check out some of his stuff on his website or on YouTube. You can pretty much find anything nowadays on the internet. Let's see. Jay, pick a prop and let's make some decisions on it.
Let's do it.
We'll start with the first game.
Okay.
Bears and Vikings.
All right.
Pick a prop.
All right. How about Aaron Jones to score a first touchdown?
No, I need something that's over or under.
Oh.
Sorry. That way we can say over or under.
Gotcha. All right. How about Justin Jefferson over 81.5?
Whew. All right. What do you think?
I think he does it. I think he goes over.
Okay.
Yeah.
I agree with you. I think he's going to I think he has to have a big game just by default. But yeah, 81.5 is a big number, though. Liam, what do you think?
I agree.
Over? Yeah. Okay. All right. David Hayes, over or under 81.5 for Justin Jefferson? Over. All right, you heard it here first. Bet the over on that one. I'd probably bet Jordan Addison over 52.5 as well, even though that's minus 130. Value's not as good. There you go. There you go. All right, Jay, pick one more from that game, and then we'll go to the other game.
All right, let's go. DJ Moore with Chicago on the receptions over 5.5.
Ooh, DJ Moore. All right.
You guys taking the over or under on DJ
Moore? This is receptions, 5.5. I'm going over on that. I think he's probably going to be the number one target tonight. Rome Odunze had a good last game, but I think DJ Moore is going to have to see a lot of action tonight. I do like Cole Kmet getting more than 2.5 as well, but so does obviously Hard Rock. They're trying to lure you in with that minus.
Rome Odunze's
receptions?
Yeah, yards.
Yards? Let me see. 42.5.
I'll take.
And minus 115 too, which is good.
Under.
You take under in that one? Yeah. All right. Let's see. All right, so I'm going over. What about you, Jay? In what was the number? 4.5, 5.5?
On Rome Odunze?
No, on DJ Moore.
Oh, 5.5 on DJ
yes, 5.5
Moore. Receptions.
So you going over or under on that one?
I took the over with what you said.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Liam. DJ Moore, over under 5.5 receptions.
Over.
Over. D Hayes, under. I like it. Usually when that happens, then that breaks that curse that you could be giving to it. All right, let's go to the other game. We're going to start. Let's see if I can find it. Player props. Defense.
Where are you on the betting train right now? Are you hot or not?
I had a good week. Had a good weekend. Had a couple big ones that hit, which were good. Had a couple small parlays that didn't. But the big ones, the individual bets that hit. Go ahead, Liam.
Can I get Ray McLeod over 65?
That's his number, over 65?
I don't know, but 65.
But you would push it to that?
You get nothing.
What do you think here, let me look it up. What do you think the number is over 65 for Ray?
Plus 2.5.
Plus 325 for Ray over 65 yards.
A
little over 3 to 1.
Is the GOAT.
I'm locking that in.
You love Ray on the Falcons. You hated him on the Niners because he always dropped the. He cost us in the Super Bowl, man. I don't know why you're such a big fan of Ray.
It's the script. I don't even know what you're talking about.
All right, I'll give it to you.
He's had a way better career at what you call it.
All right, how about this? What do you guys think about this one? Can you just bet it, or do you got to bet an individual player? I'm trying to find Kirk Cousins interceptions. Okay, here we go. Kirk Cousins over a half. So one interception or more is minus 125. Over that, anybody think he won't throw a pick?
I think he throws a pick.
I mean, he's thrown a lot in the last several games. So smash the over. All right. I'm going to go Captain Kirk over or 0.5. We're going over. Jay, are you over in that one as well?
I am indeed.
All right. Desmond Ridder is the starter for the Oakland Raiders. It's the revenge game as he was with the Falcons last year, or maybe 2 years ago before they cut him. But yeah, interceptions, Kirk Cousins. I'm surprised it's not more than minus 125 in that one because that's an interesting one. But hey, it's been a fun show today. Two great guests, Liam behind the glass, DJ Davey Crockett. We'll do it again tomorrow. We had so much fun today. Afternoon Underdogs coming up at 4. You guys have been listening to The Inside Drive live here on ESPN Northwest Florida.
Northwest Florida is taking you on the ultimate road trip to see the Orlando Magic. It's the Hall and Hearts ESPN Northwest Florida Magic Express. You'll watch the game from a presidential suite loaded with free food and beverages. To win your trip on the Magic Express, download the ESPN Northwest Florida app and keep listening for more details. Sponsored by Hall and Hearts.
Good afternoon. This is Joanna with your weather forecast from ESPN Northwest Florida on this Monday. Clear the remainder of the day with a wind at 5 miles per hour out of the southwest and 73. Tonight, look for clear skies with a temperature